Welcome to August. Here we are. I was really hoping that I'd be talking to you today with us being outside of lockdown, shutdown, etc. But here we are, and we will get through this. So first thing to talk to you about is the market, as I always do. Unemployment as of June, 4.9%, underemployment, 7.9%. I'm going to come back to you and talk about the underemployment rate in a second, because I think that's the section that we're going to probably bear the most brunt on moving forward. The job ads. So this is a critical measurement for us to consider. In March last year, the job ad rates dropped by 12.9%, and in April, 53.1%. So compared to this year, June to July, where we've had the first significant hit in 14 months, it's only dropped by 0.5%. So that's a good indicator overall. I think it also indicates that people haven't made redundancies, haven't let go of staff, which is really great to see. And I think we've probably learned from that, knowing that we're going to come out of this and still experience that we'll need to hire people, and we'll still have that shortage. Which brings me back to this underemployment rate, because I think that's the area that will probably increase next time round, because that will bear, as I said, the brunt of the situation that we're in. So hiring, for anyone that is hiring at the moment, and I would just implore you to keep hiring, because now's the time to be doing this. We do have significant candidate shortage still happening, because people are also a little bit reluctant to leave jobs now because of the uncertainty, and you can't blame people for that. But the advantage we have is that there's lots of opportunity to do Zoom interviews and be speaking to people. So please do keep hiring. It's a fantastic opportunity to do so. For anyone that is concerned about hiring on Zoom alone, I understand, I can feel it. I'm also hiring. We've actually hired 3 people and we did them all via Zoom. What we did do though, and I hope this helps you a little bit, we did increase the amount of interviews we had. We didn't increase the time frame, but we increased the amount and the people that were involved. So, and that just helped us to get a better feel for the person we were interviewing, and vice versa. What we also did was do more references than what we might ordinarily, and again, that was purely just to get a better feel for the person, ways to manage, all that sort of stuff, especially when we come to onboarding remotely. So it requires a sort of a little bit more of an effort and compassion, I think, as well, because that poor person is brand new. They don't know your organisation, they don't know your office, how you do things. So you really want to try and understand their mindset as much as possible, and their learning and their style and all those sorts of things. So that's what we've been working hard on. So we've hired, we're working on our training program and our onboarding. We're keeping our touch points with the people that we've employed as well, who haven't joined us yet. We're including them in any team meetings that we're having if they might like to join. Even in some of the team sort of events we're having, where we're doing step challenges and all those sorts of things. And we're also sending out articles and things like that for people to read beforehand, so that we can keep the level of engagement up. What else to talk to you about with hiring? That's probably it, I think, on the main part, but I just implore you to keep doing so. I do want to talk to you about wellbeing, working from home. I think this time round is a little bit different. I'm certainly feeling it a little bit different, and so is the team. We've been through it before, maybe that's part of it, but I think it's important to keep a mindset on people's well-being. So I mentioned a couple of things here. The first one is that I do think that loneliness is probably coming to play a little bit more for some people, especially if people are living alone, and the restrictions seem a lot tougher this time around. So please keep in touch with people. Do ask people if they're okay, and be sure to reach out. Some of the things that we're doing for our team, minimum once a day team catch up. We are doing team building remotely, and we're also doing some team challenges. So we've got a daily competition to see who can do the most steps, and at the end of the week there's a winner, and then at the end of August we've got the ultimate winner as well for the team. So that's been a lot of fun, and it's surprising how many people are actually doing that more so because there's a motivation to do it. And that's part of the issue, I think, when you're working from home, is that motivational piece, because it all slides into one. So here are a couple of tips that we're sort of implementing with our team as well, and if you'd like to take them on board. We're being very much aware of our hours, so making sure that we're not doing just increased hours because it's just so easy to do so. Where possible, we're having designated areas that are full work, so that when we finish for the day, it's out of sight as well, so we're not tempted to go back. Although I'm a culprit of that, but I'm not tempted to go back and do a little bit more work. So trying to keep the hours separate, mobile phones as well, trying to turn those off at certain times, and then keeping up that sort of exercise piece as well. The other thing to think about, and again, which we're sort of encouraging with our team as well, is try and use this as a positive time. So if you can, you know, maybe increase your exercise if you can, or do some additional reading or different skills, etc., etc. I think that's it from me in terms of what I wanted to talk to you about this month. Final piece is also to mention this very cute book, Employable. I'm really pleased to let you know that it sold out on Booktopia. It's back in stock though, and I'm super excited about that. So if you have anything that you would like to talk to us about, always reach out to us, give us a call, email us, and we're obviously here to help in any way we can. One final thing, we've got a whole series of masterclasses coming up, and including weekly meditation sessions that are complimentary and free for anyone who's part of the EST10 group. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope your August is fantastic. Thank you.